back to this cat or sheet. So I can make the sound and get back to cats. Let's read 230, 6'2", me punch for you.
Oh, welcome, yo, come in. Money, power, respect. Playing with this other camera. Yo, come in. I'll be right back, cousin. Say nothing. Come in. Power hour. We going to count these trays so we can get paid.
You can see me on TV. On your bathroom, turn the light out, scream, Bloody Mary. 1, 2, 3. She ain't your usual friend, but I can set you up like highs and walk straight at the end. I'm done with ice and charms. I'm trying to ice my whole casket when I'm gone. Pull up with class on the dawn. Once I meet him, I greet him. Kiss his feet for freedom. Tell him thank you, Lord.
Come in, cousins, come in.
Back to this cat or sheet, so I can make the sound and get back the cats. Let's read 230, 6'2".
Oh, it's the one. Market Rewind with Attitude Invest. Helping you figure out this stock market mess. Oh!
Clock tick. I really love hair, but I'm still a hostage. 2 personalities, check the posture. Smoke out the mouth, flare out the nostrils. Think you're deaf, then life seems scary. Pass the radar, seeing people here married. I ain't chillin' until I'm out.
Alright, let's go. It's the one and the only Attitude Invest. Really, no, for real. I hope you figure out to get out this stock mess. Yo, I stay with the slogan. I got bars. Alright, so first things first. I mean, if you really want to tap in and you really want to stay in the market, yo, if you part of the community, let them know how it is. We go ahead and we looking at everything. We on everything moving. We on everything moving in the group. Alright? We on Tessie, we on Meta, we on it. We robbing them. We coming and we robbing them. We robbing them. We robbing them. You ready to rob them? Oh! Alright, but without further ado, alright? Before we go ahead and get started, gotta give that disclaimer! Bam! Welcome to my stream on stock news and trade ideas. This content is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor under the U.S. Investment Advisor 1940 or any other regulation. That's the disclaimer. Understand what I'm trying to tell you, the trades that I'm talking about, the money that I'm looking to get is my ideas. So, as you will want to go ahead and know, trading is risky. But life's risky. Being broke is risky. Alright? So you want to take the risk of what? But always go ahead and by all means do your own due diligence and definitely go ahead and seek that of professional financial advice. And now what you've been waiting for. Let's get it. Oh! Wait, this ain't what y'all think it is though. Oh, hey. Yo. Oh. Okay. Now let's get to it, y'all. Sorry, had to make sure the setup was right.
See, nigga, you got giving you the runaround. Give it to a real one. Stop giving me the runaround. Yeah, I'm running down. I want it now. I ain't slowing down. I was fronting then. I ain't fronting now. Come around. I'ma show you how it is when you keep it 100. I ain't stunting. I'm giving you whatever you want. You mad about something? There's nothing. I'ma comfort you. I'm always here. Open arms. Just get comfortable. I'ma send you this text in the meantime. So between times, I can get some you a me time. We can rewind.
Oh, hold up, y'all. Sorry.
I'ma cop some Henny and I know you like that sweet wine. She's so fine.
What?
Make a nigga jealous.
Oh.
When you see us
Together.
Shorty so cool like the winter
Hot
time.
weather.
Got me doing better, cause now I know better. I ain't with the fuck shit. I'm just trying to fuck
So
shit.
first things first, without further ado, what time is it? It's power hour. Alright? Power the freaking hour. Now, we were supposed to have him talk now, but I didn't realize yesterday they been changed to 4. Crazy shit for a minute. What we're gonna do is hit that CNBC for a minute. We're gonna look at the news. We're gonna see what's going on. Oh.
I'm just trying to sauce it up with you one time. You just gotta put your trust in me one time.
Yo, it bounced. Hey, it gave you a little bounce. We had that little bounce. We did. But I told you, we dropped. Bounce had to come. But this drop, oh. I'm about to get big. Oh, come on, cousins. Come on. So first things first, like I said, I just like to look at the news. Alright, like it's not that hard. What you would like to go ahead and do is just try to get a better understanding and just literally hit the first top news. I'm gonna make this real simple, and I always tell whether you want to do CNBC, Yahoo Finance, Bloomberg, Benzinga, Investing.com has an app. That's one of my top 3 actually. All you have to do is let the news come to you. Seriously, you turn your notifications on, man, you're gonna, the trade ideas are just gonna come. Trust me. Alright, so this is what y'all need to know. Basically, President Donald Trump is set to unveil a new tariff today at the White House. Once again, this is what the industry's talking. So this will go 2 ways. Alright? We are looking at the fact that the streets of the finance thinking that the auto tariff that he's going to be talking about is going to be maybe 20-25%, right? But this is the situation. If it's not 20-25%, and it comes like maybe 10 or 15, I don't know. So if it comes out to be lower than what we expected, it's going to be like, wow, well, that's not that bad after all. And maybe the market reacts good, you know? And we don't, where I'm from and what I do, I don't time the market. Not at all. I ain't going to say it's going to be calls. I ain't going to say it's going to be puts. I'll let you know where it goes. Because good thing about trading, if it falls, we still won't get paid. Oh! Hey, let's go. So basically, you're supposed to go ahead and it happens that the details of it is going to be at the Rose Garden event at 4 o'clock. Once again, it was supposed to be 3, but I didn't get the memo. Sorry, I had to check in the group. But the White House is calling for the new tariff rollout to make America wealthy again. So that's what I'm saying. So trust me, the way this man is, it may not drop. It's all about how he delivers this. And this is what analysts are looking at. And that's why it's so crucial, because that right there, make America wealthy again, sounds good as hell to me. I'm not agreeing with nothing, right? But I'm just like, let's be honest. Make America wealthy again? That got done it out. But at the end of the day, what I do, whether he was president or not, whether it was going to be somebody else, when it was Obama, and I thank God of me tuning in to trading when I did, because it did allow me the experience of already going ahead and having the, I guess, understanding of knowing it's volatility when it's with this man. All right? Volatility, but I say, this is the time to trade. It really is. Tap in with the group. Hit the Discord link. Free community with free information that you really, you go ahead and apply. Man, you want to fly. I'm here. I ain't here to lie to you. I'm here to guide you. Bars. Can't help it. I just got bars for days. So, the radical tariff plans are still largely unknown, but experts are already sounding alarms. You know, that's what I'm saying. Everybody want to leak everything else out, but nobody want to leak the number. If it's going what the number going to be? We getting 20 and we ain't getting 25. What we doing here? What are we doing? They leak everything else out. Why they ain't leak that out? Because I need to know. So Trump has previously announced tariffs on China, Canada, and Mexico on Pacific industries, including a 25%. 25%! That man said we want our money. We want it now. He believes that we don't go ahead and when it comes towards the car industry, just to give you understanding, we put out more than we get in. And yes, we have, GMC, Ford, whatever. And yes, they have factories, but companies, and I hate to say it, Tesla, they're gaining a better advantage of the fact of they don't happen to have to worry when it comes towards their factories. Everything is U.S., all their factories are everything, production, everything, nothing's really outsourced. So, Tesla, Rivian, kind of going to be, maybe possibility of stocks that could benefit from this tariff, even maybe Carvana. You know, I mean, I'm not here to lie to you. I'm just giving you the thought process behind this. But what we're going to do now is what we do best. We look at these charts, all right? We block out the noise. We don't care what's going on. We do. So let me not say that. It's like lying. We kind of care. We like, okay, we care a lot. All right, I'm lying. But when I want to go ahead and teach is that we always go to the charts. The charts is where my money is at. The charts lets me know when I'm going to pay them bills. Because I got the skills to pay the bills. And if you don't want to have the skills to pay the bills, then I don't know what to tell you, girl. And I, when I came to party. Oh, that was Usher and Michael in one. Stop playing with me. All right, let's get it. All right, without further ado, if you're tuning in for the first time, let me know where you're from. Go ahead and make a comment. If you're part of the community already, yo, let them know what we do. This ain't for no play. We get paid, all right? Like, seriously, we just go ahead and we just trade the chart, all right? And we trade it smart. And one of the tools that we use is TradingView. So if you need to want to go ahead and need TradingView, my social, Stock Moolah, Addict to Invest, you find it, go on Instagram, go on Twitter, put it in, you're going to find it, and you're going to see that I am the real trader to be. It's like, nah. But no, for real, go ahead and tap in. Let me know, like, yo, I seen the stream, man. It was crazy. It went crazy. All right, so we're going to go straight to Spy. The Spy. Oh, y'all already know. So next, so I go to Spy. So this is the thing. I ain't had the time. I didn't have the time. So Spy had went ahead and it dropped. I'm looking at the 4 hours. Sorry, y'all. It's going up, but I thought it was on 1 hour. I'm like, what? Ooh. No, this was yesterday. So this is where we was at 10:30. So yeah, Spy had it to me. So it's no coinky dinky that over here, and if you tune in and I teach this and try to find your own trades and fish on your own, that's consolidation. This is consolidation. This is consolidation. This is that up and down. I don't want to be around. So what you kind of want to do is you know, I personally like to go ahead and wait. So this for me is kind of like, you got it. It went up. We went up to 566. So now new resistance is like 567. So that's the thing too. When I have older lines in that worst resistance, and let's say go ahead and, you know, it went past it, I like to use the next high candle as the next resistance. Not saying that wasn't. I could still use that. So, you know, just in case, oh, we not use, no. Not saying that. That's what I do. You know, I could have left it too, but I always like to go ahead and, as I do things, I like to give you a thought process in the beginning and ends of it. All right, so what we doing here? All right. Y'all know what this means. When I'm scouting, I'm planning. All right. I'm thinking. So 1 hour has a demand. Your 4 hour, are you still bullish or bearish? You ain't shit. Because there ain't no fucking trend. Just realized that when I said that. This is so hard to go. Oh man, it could go either way. I can't even, because see, and it was like before I was like, oh, it's just gonna take it out. But now it's more. First of all this gotta go. This is gonna confuse the shit out of me. Clean that bad boy up, remove all drawings, because what the fuck? And that's the thing about volatile tickers. You want to learn how to chart for sure, because darn thing, you always got to chart your lines. And that's another reason why I like to trade live and show, because it's just easier for you to really learn, for it to catch. Once again, what I'm doing, if you're new to the stream, welcome. Let me know where you're from. And I happen to go ahead and I have my support. That's your floor. And then your resistance is your ceiling. Boom, 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 boom. So you see green lines, my support, my floor. If you break my floor, that means you're going down. When you see resistance, my red lines, all right, that means you're going up, all right? And you're breaking the ceiling to keep going up. So I can't even tell you what the hell we doing on a daily. Nah, this is too... It's literally in between. Like, it could go either way. And, like, some people like, oh, well, can you hedge? Hedge means you get a call, you get a put. But who, like, especially if we doing something that overnight printer. So, us looking at XPX, us looking at SPY, is because you would get in it around now for it to print overnight. Based on the reaction on the market. But this is my thing. Now, this is where the contracts come in and the flows. Because... let's look at XPX, and let's make sure it's the best. We're looking for tomorrow, which is the 3rd. Now, call-wise, you would definitely want to look at something like, give me a second here. So call-wise, April 3rd, XPX will be, but this is the thing, you decide, I ain't telling you shit. Look, this ain't financial advice, I'm just helping you trying to understand how we doing this. So upside-wise, 58.50 call. You know, the thing is though, this is a day, this is a big time frame, really big. Man, I feel like that thing could go up, hit this high, and come right back down. It's like either or. But see, this is the thing. This low is everything. It means everything. This low means everything. This support right here is 2 reasons why. It's a previously weekly low, which I would make purple, usually. But not only is it a previously weekly low, it also happens to go ahead and be a strong meaning that if it hits there, it could keep on going down. So I'll change it to that color for that purpose. So that 55.7187 is important as hell on the 5 minute. It don't take long for it to get down. We're not continuing up. Where the volume at? Let me see what's up. See, the volume for me, and this is the volume, this is what I'm looking at the bottom. It really gotta, you know, like, ooh. So that gives me another type of confirmation that we may not just be going up. Look. So, alright, we gonna make this, we gotta make it do what it do, because we gotta get ready. We gotta get ready for Donald. We gotta get ready for Donald. Ducky Donald. Donald, Ducky. So 58.50. If you want to hear, don't get me wrong. The thing is 55 freaking bucks, man. Right? I try to show you how you get, but this is the only thing. The volume is high as shit. Over interest is not higher. It's just, But, you know, that right there. Okay? But the 58.40. The 58.40 can make some shake if he really makes us wealthy again. It's how he delivers it. And he's going to deliver it like it's, I'm telling you, the man's a businessman, man. So that's why I'm like, hold up. He's coming and he's trying to present us a business plan. Okay? So you got to look at it from a business perspective. Like he's trying to make it go ahead and be like, all right, yeah, I'm doing tariffs, but watch this. and watch what's going to happen. And I ain't gonna lie, yo. Like, last administration, I made mad money with that man, yo. I don't mess with him. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, feel me? But I'm just saying, just to say what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like, come get the bread. Come get the bread. What is they doing, bro? Yo, 75, though. 75, it would be good. Regarding the price of that 580.40. The 580.40 April 3rd is going to go ahead and definitely get you right. I mean, it's $75. I mean, the volume, the open interest, I like more open interest. But that's if he delivers on his speech. That would be, I would either pick the 58.40, which is April 3rd, that 58.40 XPX, running you about 75. Once again, this is for tomorrow. You know, if we really get wealthier again, he's literally make America wealthy again. If that don't sound like that's some good, yeah, then like, come on. You gotta know how to talk that talk. And walk that walk. You know? So I'm like, man, like, I didn't get the chance. I had to pick up the laptop and do stuff. But, bruh, it's crazy. Absolutely insane. Like, for real. If I wish I could I just went ahead and learned right now with you about this whole world. I would have been digging deep into that. Figuring out what, let me read this up real quick. So that one, the 58.40, either the 58.40 or the 5900. Because once again, if we do, then we gonna go fuck up. If it sounds good, if it doesn't, I don't know. Anybody, to all my people, I'm a Martin Lawrence fan. So remember that episode where they had it, and Gina and Pam had to do the car canal, and Pam came in like a man. At the end of it, the guy, little geeky guy that like the accountant or whatever, he's like, yeah, these numbers nice. I like these numbers right here. That's how I be feeling like that right there, that right there is going to do something. That 5,900, it's only $15. But do with that as you wish. All right, but now for real, like, it kind of And then we're going to go down. We're going to go downtown. I'm waiting for you. Downtown. Yo, we may go, bro. If we go up, that's going to be crazy. I'm just saying, I'll be shocked. If he could pull this off in regards to the fact making it sound like something, and it's all about how the analysts interpret it too. Because once he starts talking, that's when you get an alert. So how the analysts write up, or I should say like the news writers, the journalists rather, how they write up, you know, and also how the analysts tweet. There's people that tweet on this when it comes towards the stock market. Like, they on Twitter. The professionals is on Twitter. Trust me. They're on there. Okay? Read between the lines. You just gotta find them. They ain't on Instagram. I'm tell you that right now. Maybe they on Instagram, but they ain't doing that. So 5,400. That 5,400 for the downside is about $1.50. This is the 5,400 XPX. Next day, the 3rd. We trying to go ahead. We wake up to get paid. Literally, I'm letting you know right now. I'm literally right. I'm doing gambling with profits from last week. You feel me? Like, this be like, all right, like maybe only like the 3rd trade of this week, because I only did Rivian. CMG was last week. Yeah, I did Rivian. Oh, calls. So, like, it ain't been too much over here. Because I like to get paid. So, that 5,400 put, I can't call it. But I don't, why would it not? Why would it not? Why would it not? But no, that 5,400 put, where is it? Yeah, the value on that is crazy. Yeah, once again, XPX, you go to the Robinhood Webull, it's the 5,400 strike, so it's the 5400. You get in tomorrow. It's volume is insane. Open interest is insane. It's about running you about 110, 115. Like, but I don't really have an entry. That's the crazy part. This is such a lotto because it's sitting right on top of demand. So, and demand is known to go up. So it's like, I gotta change that, bro. All right, I got the new laptop. We in here. Like, we not about, like, I got the new laptop. I just picked it up. What? Like, I'm coming from different angles. I came from y'all from the other side today. Like, I ain't playing with this. I ain't playing. Now y'all got me. What the fuck? I can't look at the 3 minute. Oh, I would say, what? That's what I'm saying. That call. I'll be so mad. We go boom and go ping. Because that low right there, that's all we need. That low is all we need to take us right here to last month's low. If you don't know. And then Friday, we reached a 6-month low. So we went so low on Friday that we reached the lowest we've been in 6 months. I ain't lying. Or the lowest 6 months. Something like that. I gotta double check that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how you gonna make this sound good. How are you gonna make this sound good? I ain't gonna lie. The title ain't bad. The title is not bad. The title talk about, what was the title? What he say? He said he gonna call it Make America Wealthy Again. That ain't a bad title. That ain't. I mean, ain't still me wrong with Trump coin. I mean, man, you had to be there early. I ain't lying. Like it's you who's sitting up here on the timeline, sitting here on the sidelines, watching the time fly, not getting his money. Make America Wealthy Again. God damn it, he ain't sold me, but damn it, that goddamn sounds like I ran through it. Like, who don't? I like money. That right? I love money. So to make what? That's what I'm saying. If he make this sound good and it goes to calls, that's gonna be crazy. Absolutely crazy. Crazy. So that $5,400 put. Oh, we only got 2 minutes. I mean, it's up to you if you want to hedge. I'm just going to fuck it. I should have got it called, but I'm going to do the put side. But if you want to do both, I went over it. I said $5,400 put. I just don't see and I hate fun like this. Because the setup not for nothing. It's on demand. I mean, we could really, with the right words, we could go back. That's what I'm saying. With the right words, we go back up. Oh, man. So that call. I'm telling you, that call hit different. If it's going to be a call, if that call going to call, bro, that call, you definitely want that 5,900. Definitely that 5,900. Y'all about to, I don't care. I'm about to go. I'm in it. 5,900. I said I was going to hedge. This is hedging, meaning that you get best of both worlds. I'm going to lose out on something. 59, April 3rd. About 20. I'm getting like 2, 3 of those. No, let me not get 2 or 3. Let me get 2. Just in case shit goes, just in case it goes somewhere. And the whole shit, all right, we about to, and wait, the 5840, this shit may not go through. It may not go through because I'm waiting. I'm doing at the last. See, y'all got me up here doing things I don't usually do. I really don't like hedging. Hedging you to go both ways, but they do it more in a professional space too. They got like a call a JPM Clever Score or something like that. It's something like that. All right, bro. Market's closed. I don't know if those gonna go through. Let's see what this man talking about, bro. I can't play video. YouTube gonna block this whole shit. So, can't play the video here. We're gonna play it over here. Because we play it over here. But don't worry. Next setup, I promise I got you. We gonna have videos. We gonna have all types of shit. Like, watch. I'm gonna have call-ins. I'm gonna have sounds. Because if this thing drop, whatever pop. So that's another thing you always do is a hedge. I mean, like I said, I don't know. See, I don't think my thing went through. Yeah, I don't think that other one went through. It was too late. I was waiting too late. Yeah, your cousin's all. I'm a late cousin, y'all. I'm a late cousin. I be trying. My life is busy as fuck. But I mean, at least I got that foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, if all would fall, and if it's called, then I knew it was gonna be called too. It's like, no. People kill me when it comes to option trading sometimes, but it's like, bruh, if you know how to trade, you can play it in both ways. So yeah, duh. Yeah, I knew it was gonna go up. Okay, because if it don't go down, it gotta go up, right? Like, what? Make it make sense. So that's how you do it. That's how you do it. So what we're doing right now, trying to see what the reaction going to be. CNBC. All right, let's see this live update. Okay. All right, give me 1 second, guys. CNN is good for the live updates too. I want to see the stream. Like, I want to see the man talk. I want to see, because I ain't gonna hold you. I think he's entertaining with that. Oh, I forgot, CNB, CNN once you link it up. And now you get this breaking news alert. They kill me with this. You see it, Dow closes more than 200 points higher ahead of Trump's tariff rollout. They will say that, so when it goes ahead and if it falls down, or S&P or NASDAQ, whatever, one of the three, they always like to pick one of the big cousins, goes ahead and plummets down. Like, I'm telling you, especially using my 2023 class, the way I am, and I've been doing this so long, I could be a journalist writing. I could write these, like the way the highlines be. I know what the headline's going to say sometimes, or around the words they're going to use, because they use the same words. Plummet, that means fall. And this is what I'm saying. I don't think, like, how are you going to make this sound good? Like, this, like, you really got to sell water to a whale. All right? And not for nothing. And you ain't giving out no money in the town. We ain't trying to hear nothing. You telling us that you go ahead and put in more of a burden on things that we may have to go ahead and pay for. You know, people get taxes. They like to go ahead and buy cars. So now they got to worry about having to pay more on a car. All right. And also got to get their insurance. So it's like, what? Hey, what? You talking about it's good for okay, that's great. But we going to go ahead and we suffering on the end. Like, and I guess as, you know, citizens or just consumers, to spend or to go ahead and do anything, you got to feel, you know, kind of like comfortable. And you don't want uncertainty. That's what is going on. It's uncertainty right now. Like, I'm being dead. We don't know. Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve head honcho, literally has been quoted to go ahead and say that he don't know what's going on with the economy right now. Like, so when we have uncertainty, it causes fear, you know, and regardless where people are on the political spectrum, you know, whether you go ahead and whether you do agree, you don't agree, that's bump that out the window. What we're saying is it's going to go ahead and hit the pockets. And now, if not ever, please tap in with your family members and get the house in order. Get your finances in order. Seriously. Find a way to tap into this market and get the money that you are owed. Where is he at? Where's the stream? Like, come on. Want to see him. Want to see the man. Want to see Donald. What's up, Donnie? What's up, Donnie? Ducky Donnie. And my YouTube get banned because they was watching this. I might just call him Ducky Donnie. But that's a cool nickname, Ducky Donnie. Like, that's crazy to just think that, like, we gonna be okay with that. I mean, we ain't got no choice, but...
If you want to make consistent gains from day trading, then you need to stop relying on indicators.
Shut up.
And President Trump says he's considering a run for
partners. The president's cabinet and Republican leaders are attending the event right there in the Rose Garden. The White House has said the new tariffs will take effect immediately. The administration has given no real indication about the scope of the tariffs before this moment, percentages or the countries being targeted. Just this morning, a senior administration official telling ABC
we here.
It's still all very fluid.
All right, cousins, pay attention, please. He's coming to the podium. Everybody's clapping for him. All right, everybody's out.
Thank you. Nice crowd. What a good-looking group of people. Well, we have some very, very good news today, and a lot of good things are happening for our country. Please sit down.
He told everybody to sit
My
down.
fellow Americans, this is
He said fellow
Liberation
Americans.
Day. Waiting for a long time.
Liberation Day.
April 2nd, 2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed, and the day that we began to make America wealthy again. Gonna make it wealthy, good and wealthy. For decades, our country has been looted, pillaged, raped, and plundered by nations near and far, both friend and foe alike. American steel workers, auto workers, farmers, and skilled craftsmen, we have a lot of them here with us today. They really suffered gravely. They watched in anguish as foreign leaders have stolen our jobs, foreign cheaters have ransacked our factories, and foreign scavengers have torn apart our once beautiful American dream. We had an American dream that you don't hear so much about. You did 4 years ago, and you are now, but you don't too often, and for many years and decades even, you didn't hear too much about. Our country and its taxpayers have been ripped off for more than 50 years, but it is not going to happen anymore. It's not going to happen. In a few moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. Reciprocal, that means they do it to us and we do it to them. Very simple. It can't get any simpler than that. This is one of the most important days, in my opinion, in American history. It's our declaration of economic independence. For years, hardworking American citizens were forced to sit on the sidelines as other nations got rich and powerful, much of it at our expense. But now it's our turn to prosper, and in so doing, use trillions and trillions of dollars to reduce our taxes and pay down our national debt, and it'll all happen very quickly. With today's action, we are finally going to be able to make America great again, greater than ever before. Jobs and factories will come roaring back into our country, and you see it happening already. We will supercharge our domestic industrial base. We will pry open foreign markets and break down foreign trade barriers. And ultimately, more production at home will mean stronger competition and lower prices for consumers. This will be indeed the golden age of America. It's coming back, and we're going to come back very strongly. We're pleased to be joined on this momentous occasion by Vice President J.D. Vance. J.D., thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Where are you, JD? No, that wasn't too hard to find. I was looking, he likes to take a low-key attitude, so usually we sit right in front. He's gaining a lot of confidence, Mike, isn't it? And nearly my entire cabinet is here, as well as Speaker Mike Johnson, who's done an amazing job. And with the great success we had last night in Florida, we have a majority of 7. And 7's like a lot when we had it at 1, right? You've done a fantastic job. And many of the members of the House and Senate are with us. Senators, congressmen, thank you all for being with us. We appreciate it. For decades, the United States slashed our trade barriers on other countries, while those nations placed massive tariffs on our products and created outrageous non-monetary barriers to decimate our industries. And in many cases, the non-monetary barriers were worse than the monetary ones. They manipulated their currencies, subsidized their exports, stole our intellectual property, imposed exorbitant VAT taxes to disadvantage our products, adopted unfair rules and technical standards, and created filthy pollution havens. They were absolutely filthy, but they always came to us and they said, we're violating, we should pay for it. It's all detailed in a very big report by the U.S. Trade Representative on Foreign Trade Barriers, and I'll just hold it up for you. It's available.
Dang, I wish I could show it to y'all.
Pay too much, as I understand it. You pay nothing.
Let me see if
It's
I
a
can
lot of work.
Hold up, y'all.
A lot of work for something, actually, because
I got
it's
it,
a
boy.
special.
I got
it's
it.
a special book. It's very.
I got it.
Frankly, it's very
I'll show y'all later.
upsetting when you read it. When you see what
Hit the
people have been
Discord.
doing to us for 30 years. This all
show y'all the
happened
book
with
that
no
you show.
response from the United States of America, none whatsoever. But those days are over. Let me offer just a few examples of the vicious attacks our workers have faced for so many years. The United States charges other countries only a 2.4 tariff on motorcycles. Meanwhile, Thailand and others are charging much higher prices, like 60%. India charges 70%. Vietnam charges 75%, and others are even higher than that. Likewise, until today, the United States has for decades charged a 2.5 tariff. Think of that, 2.5% on foreign-made automobiles. The European Union charges us more than 10% tariffs, and they have 20% VATs, much, much higher. India charges 70%, and perhaps worst of all are the non-monetary restrictions imposed by South Korea, Japan, and very many other nations. As a result of these colossal trade barriers, 81% of the cars in South Korea are made in South Korea. 94% of the cars in Japan are made in Japan. Toyota sells 1 million foreign-made automobiles into the United States, and General Motors sells almost none. Ford sells very little. None of our companies are allowed to go into other countries. And I say that, friend and foe. And in many cases, the friend is worse than the foe in terms of trade. But such horrendous imbalances have devastated our industrial base and put our national security at risk. I don't blame these other countries at all for this calamity. I blame former presidents and past leaders who weren't doing their job. They let it happen, and they let it happen to an extent that nobody can even believe. That's why, effective at midnight, we will impose a 25% tariff on all foreign-made automobiles.
We're gonna get paid. We get
And
paid.
I'd like to have you come up here first. I just see him sitting. He's been a fan of ours.
I'm the
He
cheat code.
understands this business
I'm
a
the
lot
cheat
better
code.
than the economists, a lot better than
Stop playing with me.
Say a few words,
I
please.
studied this shit for 9.
It's a great honor to have you. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. President. I grew up just north of Detroit, Michigan, in
Let's
Wayne
go.
County, known as the home of the Reagan Democrats. My first vote for
Somebody
President
take mine.
was Ronald Reagan. I thought that was going to be the best president I ever saw in my lifetime until Donald J. Trump came along. I have watched my entire life, I have watched plant after plant after plant in Detroit and in the metro Detroit area close. There are now plants sitting
Oh, I
idle.
can watch
There are now
Spy.
plants
It's
that
on
are
the other one.
underutilized.
Oh,
And
duh.
Donald Trump's policies are going to bring product back into those underutilized plants. There's going to be new investment. There's going to be new plants built. And the UAW members, and I brought 20 of them with me, they're sitting right over here. We support Donald Trump's
So Post
policies on
is right
tariffs
here, 568.
100%.
It's
So,
Post.
Mr. President,
So
we
let me
can't
see.
thank you enough. And in 6 months or a year, we're going to begin to see the benefits. I can't wait to see
That's what I'm
what's
saying.
happening
This may be
3 or 4
good. It
years
may be
down the
bad.
road.
We don't know.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I gotta tell you. It's going good right now. I'm
He
telling
got it
you.
right from the beginning. He got it before almost anybody else. This group over there, they got it.
I'm
too.
excited that was right.
And, we won the state of Michigan. We won
It went up.
almost all of them.
It could go
We
down.
won
now.
Michigan by a lot.
But
and I
right
wanna
now,
just thank
SPY
you all.
is going
the
up.
auto workers were fantastic.
It's
the
a
Teamsters
little-
were fantastic.
A little. It's like
Everyone
what
was pretty good, I will
it's
tell you. Thank
at
you very much. I
468.
You're
So
going
it's
to be
like
very happy very soon.
469,
You
470.
probably see what's happening with all of the.
You can't make this shit up.
Not only car companies, but car companies.
It's
in
how you
particular,
deliver
see
it.
all
But
of the ones
that could be
they're
a
moving
small
and announcing
reaction
day in, day out,
to
you're seeing it.
people
Nobody's
still
ever seen
saying, I don't
anything
give a
like
F,
that.
and then
With
that's the
today's
one.
actions, we're also standing up
But
for our great farmers and ranchers
that
who are
call,
brutalized
yo,
by
my
nations all
my
over the
call
world,
is pending.
brutalized.
It's stuck in queue. You know, I did it like you was
Canada,
here, it was
by
like
the
that
way,
357,
imposes a
358.
250 to 300%
So I don't know if I'm here gonna let me
tariff
be
on many
great.
of our dairy products. They
I don't
do
only
the
get one,
first,
though, so.
The first can of milk, they do the first
But I'ma
little
lose
carton
out
of
on that
milk at
put.
a very low
At least it
price,
keep
but
going up
after
like
that
that.
it gets bad, and then it gets up to 275, 300%. So when they're figuring what's Canada charging, they say, oh, about 2%.
I can't make this
3%.
up.
But take a look at what happens
25%,
when you look
and
a little
he
bit,
still
it's not a pretty
got a
picture.
reaction. 'Cause look how he
We don't like
delivered it.
It's not
He's
fair.
like, make it
It's
make
not fair to
sense.
our farmers. It's not fair to our country.
He gave them
And,
numbers. He came with the
Canada,
numbers. The
we
numbers don't.
subsidize a lot of countries. and
He
keep
gave them numbers,
keep
but like
them
I
in business.
said,
In the case of Mexico,
you got
it's
people getting their
300
taxes back.
billion
If you don't know
dollars a year. In the
anything,
case of
when it
Canada,
comes
it's
towards
close to
certain times of the
$200
year,
billion a
certain
year.
industries boom.
And they say,
And
why
this
are
is
we
the
doing
year
this?
that, you
Why
know,
are we
people
doing this? I mean,
that don't
at
do
what point
rapping
do
and
we
just
say,
wait, they get their taxes back like
you gotta
April. I'm gonna never
for
get that rap
yourselves,
here.
and you gotta- this
You know,
is
you
why
old
we have
school. I mean,
the big deficits.
well, you gotta
This is
realize
why
my
we
mother,
have
when I'm growing up, you know, I'm not
amount
showing
of
my
debt
age,
that's
but
been placed
you didn't
on
have
our
so much of
heads
that
over
rapping
the
stuff. You
last
had to wait anyway
number of years.
until like April.
We're really not
So I'm talking about
taking
she
it
never do
anymore.
rapping. You ain't had
So
an opportunity to do
non-tariff
rapping back
barriers, the
then.
European Union bans imports
But
of most American poultry. You understand?
man,
They say,
you
we
had
wanna
that. You
send
gonna get
our
that little
cars,
pop.
We want to send you everything, but we're not going to take anything.
But until people let it
you have.
digest,
Australia bans,
once
and
people
they're
start talking about it, because that's the
wonderful
thing nobody knew.
wonderful everything.
And my
But
thing
they
is they
banned
did know.
American beef.
Because how I
We
get
imported
2025?
$3 billion of
I got it from the
Australian
people
beef
that know.
Them just last year alone.
That's what I
They
be
won't
saying,
take any
like,
of our
oh,
beef.
this
They
is
don't want it
right.
because they don't want it to affect their farmers. And you know what? I don't blame them, but we're doing the same thing right now.
Donald said we doing the same
Night,
thing.
I would say. And China charges American rice farmers an overquota, it's called, a tariff rate of 65%. South Korea charges 50. Actually, they charge different from 50% to 513%. And Japan, our friend, charges us 700%. But that's because they don't want us selling rice, another thing. Who can blame them, Madam Secretary? Agriculture, great job you did on eggs, by the way. The egg prices came down 50%. You got them down 50%. Once we got involved, they were going through the sky. The egg prices, they were going through the sky, and you did a fantastic job. Now we have lots of eggs, and they're much cheaper, down about 59% now, and they're going down further. We charge 2.8% for some things, and other countries are charging 200%, 300%, and 400% for
We got eggs, y'all.
imposing tariffs and
We
protective
got
barriers.
mashed
made
green potatoes,
nations poor.
eggs, you
And
name
every
it.
country on earth would be racing to eliminate these policies, and China would be the first online. They run a
So that pop,
very strong
that pop
country,
ain't a big pop the last overnight.
but they're
That
not
pop,
first
they just
online,
make
and
it
the American
drip,
people are
drop,
paying a very
drip,
big
drip, drip,
price.
drop.
From 1789
Yo, I can't wait till tomorrow, Sal.
1913,
Or at least
we
next
were a
week.
tariff-backed nation.
I'ma play
The
around with
United
this
States was
laptop, play around
proportionately
with
the
this
wealthiest it has ever been.
OBS and
So
get this
wealthy, in
thing
fact, that
moving.
in the 1880s, They established a
I'm gonna be like the
commission to
other ones. I'm gonna have me a
decide
chair.
what they were going
Look,
to do
y'all
with
took
the
me
vast
there.
sums
I
of
done
money
got
they
me a
were
streaming
collecting. We
chair.
were collecting so
Yes,
much
I
money
did.
so fast we
Order
didn't
me
know
a
what to
streaming
do with
chair.
it. Isn't that a nice
And I'm having one of them
problem
chairs
to
in the
have?
back.
What do you think, Marco? Good problem? Marco would love that problem. But we don't have that problem.
It's going
anymore,
down.
But we're not going to have it very
Going
much longer, I will tell you.
downtown.
But they collected so
We are
much money.
waiting for
They actually formed a
downtown.
commission to determine what they were going to do with the money, who they were going to give it to, and how much. Then in 1913, for reasons unknown to mankind, they established the income tax
'Cause
so
ain't
that
nothing
citizens,
real
rather than
until
foreign
tomorrow
countries, would start paying the money necessary to run our government. Then in 1929, it all came to a very abrupt end with the Great Depression, and it would have never happened if they had stayed with the tariff policy. It would have been
Now he
much
giving us a
different
history
story.
lesson.
They tried to
I don't know what he's
bring
saying.
back tariffs
Boring.
to save our country, but it was gone. It was gone. It was too late. Nothing could have been done. It took years and years to get out of that depression, far longer than even FDR.
I'm laughing at
Got that
somebody.
office right over there for a long period of time. The ramp system is rather intricate, was built because of him, and every time you walk up, you think of him, and he did a great job in many ways, but it lasted long beyond his terms, as you know. But it's not too late any longer, and we're going to start being smart, and we're going to start being very wealthy again. We're going to be wealthy as a country because they've taken so much of our wealth away from us. We're not going to let that happen. We truly can be very wealthy. We can be so much wealthier than any country. It's not even believable, but we're getting smart. Nearly a century.
What? What happened? They kicked me out.
Later, in the face
Oh.
of unrelenting economic
He said,
warfare,
"Yeah,
the
they gotta
United
kick the
States
plug
can no
out."
longer continue with a policy of
let
unilateral
me not even touch this
economic
device.
surrender. We cannot pay the
Let me put that
deficits
over
of Canada, Mexico, and so many other
Put that in.
countries. We used to do it. We can't do it anymore. We take care of
Yeah,
countries
just stop
all
me
over
out
the
there,
world. We
thank.
pay for their
I do
military. We pay for everything they have to pay. And
Let me
then
down.
when you want to cut back a little bit, they get upset that you're not taking care of them any longer. But we have to take care of our people, and we're going to take care of our people first. And I'm sorry to say that. And today we're standing up for the American worker, and we are finally putting America first. In Sleepy Joe Biden's last year in office, the United States hemorrhaged 100,000 manufacturing jobs, and the number was going through the roof at levels never seen before. And our trade deficit reached a record $1.2 trillion, which is unheard of. Since the beginning of NAFTA, the worst trade deal ever made, it was a horror show. I was able to terminate it. They all said you'd never be able to get it out. We had to get approval from Congress to get it terminated. We had to live with that deal. It was the worst trade deal ever made by far. But since the very beginning of NAFTA, our country lost 90,000 factories. Think of what that is, 90,000. Think about putting a map up and putting tax on it. You wouldn't have enough room. 90,000. I said, is that possible? We had it checked 4 different times, and it was actually somewhat higher than that. And 5 million manufacturing jobs were lost while racking up trade deficits of $19 trillion. That was the worst trade deal ever made. As a result of these gigantic losses, foreign nations now own $26 trillion more of American assets than the Americans own of their own foreign assets or other foreign assets. The United States can no longer produce enough antibiotics to treat our sick. We have a tremendous problem. We have to go to foreign countries to treat our sick. If anything ever happened from a war standpoint, we wouldn't be able to do it. We import virtually all of our computers, phones, televisions, and electronics. We used to dominate the field, and now we import it all from different countries. A single shipyard in China now produces more ships every year than all of the American shipyards combined.
I'm not making no iPhone.
And it was a business that we used to dominate. We used to dominate it
Who in America make an iPhone?
Trade deficits are no longer merely an economic problem. They're a national emergency that threatens our security and our very way of life. It's a very great threat to our country. And for these reasons, starting tomorrow, the United States will implement reciprocal tariffs on other nations. It's been a long time since we even thought of that. We used to think about it a lot. We didn't think about it for many decades, and you see what's happened. For nations that treat us badly, we will calculate the combined rate of all their tariffs, non-monetary barriers, and other forms of cheating. And because we are being very kind, we're kind people, very kind. You're not so kind when you got ripped off with your salaries. My auto worker friends and my Teamster friends and all of the unions that typically voted Democrat, they're not voting Democrat anymore because worker, whether union or non-worker, they're for the Republicans now. That's what happened. But we will charge them approximately half of what they are and have been charging us. So the tariffs will be not a full reciprocal. I could have done that, I guess, but it would have been tough for a lot of countries who didn't want to do that. I'd like to see the chart if you have it. Could you bring it up, Howard? This is our great Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick. So if you look at that, China, first row, China, 67%. That's tariffs charged to the USA, including currency manipulation and trade barriers. So 67%, I think you can, for the most part, see it. Those with good eyes, with bad eyes. We didn't want to bring, it's very windy out here. We didn't want to bring out the big charts because it had no chance of standing.
Are you showing a chart?
Unfortunately, we came armed with a little smaller chart. So it's 67%.
Is that a chart? Or is
so
that an iPad?
A discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%. I think, in other words, they charge us, we charge them, we charge them.
Oh, that's a real chart.
Anybody be upset?
That's how big is it?
They will be because we never charge anybody anything. But now we're going to charge. European Union, they're very tough, very, very tough traders. You know, you think of European Union, very friendly. They rip us off. It's so sad to see. It's so pathetic. 39%, we're going to charge them 20%, so we're charging them essentially half. Vietnam, great negotiators, great people. They like me, I like them. The problem is they charge us 90%. We're going to charge them 46% tariff. Taiwan, where they took all of our computer chips and semiconductors. We used to be the king, right? We were everything. We had all of it. Now we have almost none of it except the biggest companies coming in. We're going to end up with almost 40% lease
They ain't get no education. Ain't nobody learning to make no darn chips no more. That's why they ain't like the jobs they in. They make the goddamn chips. Bring the jobs back. Teach them how to make it, and we go. We bring it all back. Choice. I got a community I'm building. We gotta get it. They bring them tech jobs back. Yo, people in my community getting all that. I'm about to get aboard it. You want to change things up.
I don't blame the people for doing it. I think they're very smart in doing it. I blame the people that sat right in that Oval Office, right over there, right behind the Resolute desk or whichever desk they chose. Japan, 46%. They would charge us 46%, and much higher for certain items like cars, little items like cars. 46%, we're charging them 24%. India, very, very tough, very, very tough. The Prime Minister just left. He's a great friend of mine, but I said, you're a friend of mine, but you're not treating us right. They charge us 52%. You have to understand, we charge them almost nothing for years and years and decades. And it was only 7 years ago when I came in, we started with China charging. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China in tariffs. And they understood, honestly. President Xi understood. He said, look, I understand. And the other countries, and they all understand. We're going to have to go through a little tough love, maybe, but they all understand. They're ripping us off, and they understood it. Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe. He was a fantastic man. He was unfortunately taken from us, assassination. But I went to him and I said, Shinzo, we have to do something. Trade is not fair. He said, I know that. And he was a great gentleman. He was a fantastic man, but he understood immediately what I was talking about. I said, Shinzo, we have to do something. He said, I know that. And we worked out a deal, and it would have been a much better deal, but frankly, there were many years left on the deal that was made previous to my getting there, but it was It was something. If you look at Switzerland, 61% to 31%. Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia. Oh, look at Cambodia, 97%. We're going to bring it down to 40, and they made a fortune with the United States
it's
of America.
entertaining.
United Kingdom, 10%.
All my
And we'll
years
go 10%.
of knowing presidents,
So we'll do the same
I'm
thing.
being honest.
South
They
Africa.
wouldn't talk out older, but when you're younger,
60%,
it's hard to
30%,
understand what they're talking
and they've got
about.
some
And you're looking at it and trying to,
bad things
you
going
don't
on
get
in South
it. You know,
Africa.
so the
You know,
kids
we're
that are
paying
like
billions of dollars a
8,
week, cut the
9,
funding
11 years
because a lot of
old,
bad things are
whether
happening in
like,
South
they at
Africa.
least get
The
to
fake
see this
news ought to be
history
looking at
and
it. They don't want to
understand it a little
report
bit
it.
better. So that's kind of
Brazil,
cool, for real.
10%,
Like, for real.
10%, Bangladesh
Honestly.
is 74%. So you see what's going on. Pakistan, 58%.
Basically, he came on, he got this big ass truck.
Sri Lanka,
And what he's doing is
88%.
saying this is
So
what the
we're
tariffs
doing is we're
are
taking
and what they
not
came
the
up
full, we
with.
can
And, you
take
know,
the
like,
full 88%. Thanks a
they
lot.
giving us
He's doing a very good
88%,
job. How's he
and
doing,
I could have
Ron?
went 95 on them, but I'm
I think
doing
you better take
46
it
on
with you. It's
some.
not
I'm
gonna
doing,
last very
you
long.
know, 38 on some.
It's going to follow you down with the wind. I brought a hat just in case it got too windy, but here, would anybody like a hat? I'm not giving it to a cabinet. I'm giving it to the auto workers. Come here. Thank you, fellas. Get it. That's it. That's it. They deserve it more than our cabinet. Our cabinet has plenty of hats. But you see the numbers. The numbers are so disproportionate. They're so unfair. At the same time, we will establish a minimum baseline tariff of 10%. You notice that on the chart. And that'll be on other countries to help rebuild our economy and to prevent cheating. So we're going to have a minimum of cheating, and we're going to be very severe on the people that at the gate that watch the tariffs and watch the product coming in, because there's been a lot of bad things happening at the gate because the money is so enormous that you're talking about. There's never been probably anything like it in terms of the enormity. And there are a lot of bad things happen at the people that do the check-in, and they're looking at 10-year jail sentences if they do play. We're going to treat them so good, but if they cheat, the repercussions are going to be extremely strong. Foreign nations will finally be asked to pay for the privilege of access to our market, the biggest market in the world. We're right now the biggest market in the world. We had a great country 4 years ago in terms of the economics. We were doubling up on China. We were doing so well. Nobody was going to catch us, but so much of it slipped away over the last 4 years under Biden. I campaigned on this policy throughout last year, and today that promise
What happened?
was made, and
What?
it was also a promise.
Every time I touch that, that's the second time. Oh, we about to get off. Why I keep doing it?
To any company that
Every time I
objects
go-
to our common sense reciprocal tariffs.
Now, I just like now when you see me go over in, I was boom. The moment I try to go over,
And
hey.
I call this kind reciprocal. This is not
Oh, we better restart this.
This is kind reciprocal.
They watching, you ain't about to get me.
What we do is
No, they
we
won't.
cut it
I
in
knew
half.
they
We
ain't
charge
coming to
them.
give me, because I'm
My
giving
answer
y'all
is very
free money.
simple. If they complain, if you want your tariff rate to be
man.
zero, then you build
Mama
your
ain't
product
do
right
it.
here in America.
Oh,
because
damn,
there's no tariff if you
B.O.B.
build your plant, your product in America. And we've seen companies coming in like we've never seen before. Likewise to all of the foreign presidents, prime ministers, kings, queens, ambassadors, and everyone else who will soon be calling to ask for exemptions from these tariffs. I say, terminate your own tariffs, drop your barriers, don't manipulate your currencies. They manipulate their currencies like nobody can even believe, which is a bad, bad thing and very devastating to us. And start buying tens of billions of dollars of American goods. Tariffs give our country protection against those that would do us economic harm. And many people were looking to do us economic harm. Maybe not so obviously, but they were doing tremendous economic harm. But even more importantly, they will give us growth. These tariffs are going to give us growth like you haven't seen before. And it'll be something very special to watch. I am so looking forward. And Brian, it's going to happen even faster than you said. You know, you might say, but it's already started. It's already started. Work's already begun on plants all around the country. And you see that as before. These are big, rich companies. We have $61 billion started.
What?
on a big plan.
Stop touching
coming up. It's
that.
gonna be
That's my
announced over the
problem.
next 2 days.
I feel like my
They
mother.
already started
I'm gonna
work.
always say
Many
that.
of
You
these
got a
biggest
touching
and
problem.
biggest companies in the
But I don't
world,
know. I'm trying to
they've
move
committed
something,
to
do things. I don't know
build,
what line.
we're gonna
Every time, it's always when
build,
it's McDonald's. And when every
and they
time you
came
go down
here to
there,
see me, and they
they like,
wanted to
don't
know
you
that
dare.
could have a press conference. I do
Some
as many
powerful
as I
shit
can.
right
I'm
here.
pretty busy trying to stop
I don't
Russia
be
and
disconnected.
Ukraine and the Middle East. We got to stop that. We got to stop the Houthis, which we're making tremendous. They like shooting ships down and out of the water, seeking ships. They get a kick out of it, but they're not getting such a kick out of it now, are they, Mr. Secretary? They're not getting such a kick out of that now. But here are just a short list of some of the companies that have already announced and committed to investment. And this is a company that built its factories and its plants in China. Apple is going to spend $500 billion.
Oh, now he's giving companies out.
They never spent money
Oh,
like
so
that.
the company's
They're gonna
going.
build their
So the
plants
company's
here.
coming out.
SoftBank, Open,
That's if it
AI,
stays
and
up.
Oracle, great companies are
Apple,
investing
Oracle.
$500 billion almost.
Apple,
immediately.
Oracle, next 4 years.
NVIDIA,
You stack
a hot
up.
company, is
Anything he's saying, we
investing
on it.
hundreds of billions
Apple.
of dollars. They
I'm
just
already on that
announced
one.
TSMC,
Oracle, I talk about that.
the biggest,
I
most
got a couple
important
shares.
company in the world of chips from Taiwan.
Apple,
with
he's the
no
biggest with
investment from
chips.
us, is investing $200 billion, and they said the reason was, number one, the election of November 5th, and number two, the tariffs. They don't want to pay the tariffs, and the way they're not paying it is to build their plant here. So we're going to go from almost no percentage. We used to have 100% of the chip market. Now it's all in Taiwan. Almost all of it's in Taiwan. A couple of other countries, but mostly in Taiwan. And think of it. We had 100%. We lost it because of people in that office that didn't do their job. They allowed it to be stolen from us. Johnson & Johnson, great company, $55 billion. Eli Lilly, $27 billion. Meta is investing $500
He says, oh, man.
billion. Wow. DeMac is investing $20 billion. CMA, CGM, $20 billion. And then you have Merck and Clarios, Stellantis, General Motors, GE Aerospace, Honda, Nissan, Hyundai are all putting in billions and billions of dollars, and
All I
they're
got was
committed 100%.
Apple, Meta, Oracle, CMA. He
And
say CMG?
we've never had, and this is after 2.5 months. This
CMG, ain't that
this
the
is
public?
after just a short. This all took place as soon as we came out with what everybody wanted to do. You know, I watched a gentleman today on television. He used to work with Lee Iacocca, a very respected automobile person, and he said, you know, because they're asking people, and they try and get as many negative people as they can, but they can't find them too much. It's pretty hard to find in terms of what we're doing, especially when they see all this investment. They said, so tell me, what do you think of what Trump is doing from the automobile standpoint? He said, I can't believe it. Somebody is finally, he's an older
Now, who would call?
guy, real pro, really
Bro.
top guy with Lee Iacocca.
Ooh,
He said,
anybody that
I
call
never
calls,
thought
you
I'd
not
see
in
the
this
day when
industry.
this would happen.
You ain't studying
Where
it like
somebody
me.
had the courage to go and do
Calling
what has
calls
to be
is
done.
crazy.
This is transforming our nation. Our entire nation is going to be transformed, not only with the cars, but in every single other item that's built. We're going to become an industrial powerhouse. And he said that so beautifully today. In fact, I'm going to find out. I'm going to get a tape. And Bruce, I'm going to get that tape and I'm going to send it to you out at Long Island, and you're going to play it for the people and all your union workers and your non-union workers out there. You got a pretty even split. But we have, so far, it looks like we're going to have about $6 trillion of investments, and you wouldn't do that in years in this country over the last number of years. $6 trillion, and that's going to be much higher by the end of the year. And think of what $6 trillion is. You wouldn't have even a small percentage of that under this other system. We're going to be an entirely different country, and it's going to be fantastic for the workers. It's going to be fantastic for everyone. There will never have been a transformation of a country like the transformation that's already happening in the United States of America. It's an incredible thing to watch, and it's incredible to meet with the top people. People
This is
that
the
you
second
read about,
time I
very
have
wealthy
killed
people,
XPX
or people that are
like
great
this.
managers and executives and
What do I
presidents of big public
know?
companies. And to watch the enthusiasm they have now that they didn't have. They gave up on our country. They went to foreign countries and they built. Companies are pouring into our country at levels never seen before with jobs and money. to follow, and it's really beautiful. In the coming days, there will be complaints from the globalists and the outsourcers and special interests and the fake news. Always, the fake news will always complain. But never forget, every prediction our opponents made about trade for the last 30 years has been proven totally wrong. They were wrong about NAFTA. They were wrong about China. They were wrong about the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which would have been a disaster if I didn't terminate it. If I didn't terminate that, United Auto Workers, you would have had no jobs in this country. You would have had no jobs. It was all going to other countries. In my first term, they said tariffs would crash the economy. Instead, we built the greatest economy in the history of the world. And again, I have great respect for President Xi of China, great respect for China, but they were taking tremendous advantage of us, and I commend them for that. I say, hey, if you can get away with it, that's okay. But, they understand exactly what's happening, and they probably, most of them are saying it's about time they did something, but, and they're going to fight, and they're going to fight fair. Everyone's going to fight. It's like, I say to the leaders, look, you got to take care of your country, but we have to start taking care of our country now. We can't do what we've been doing for the last 50 years. From the day of my election, the stock market went up in my first term 88%, with NASDAQ going up 155%, more than any president has ever had in any term in office, by far. And I think we're going to blow that away, and maybe the numbers won't show, but I think they're going to show much better than even those numbers. But what you're going to see is you're going to see activity, that empty, dead sites, factories that are falling down. Those factories will be knocked down, and they're going to have brand new factories built in their place. They're not only talking about renovating, they're talking about brand new, the best anywhere in the world, the biggest anywhere in the world. I have a friend who builds car plants, and I said, I want to see the biggest and the best. He said, well, we have to go to Mexico. I said, no, I want to see it in the United States. He said, we're not building them in there. This is a year and a half ago during the campaign. He said, we're not building it. You'd have to go to Mexico. When I was starting to decide to run, and I went to number one in the polls very rapidly, let's say in the first hour, and then shortly thereafter, it looked like I was going to win, and the fake news was saying, "Oh no, don't do this." What they don't know is if I didn't win, they would have really been in trouble, because nobody wants to read them anyway. But I tell you what, when it looked like I was going to win, I announced that I was going to be doing exactly what we're talking about today. Great consistency, actually, because I've been talking about it for 40 years. But because I saw what was happening 40 years ago. If you look at my old speeches when I was young, very handsome, my old speeches, and then people would say, I'd be on a television show, I'd be talking about how we were being ripped off by these countries. I mean, nothing changes very much. The only thing that changed were the countries, but nothing really changes. But it's why it's such an honor. It's such an honor to be finally able to do this. If you look at China, I took in hundreds of billions of dollars in my term, hundreds of billions. They never paid 10 cents to any other president, and yet they paid hundreds of billions, so much so that Biden couldn't do anything. They wanted to try and terminate it because he had a very special relationship with China. You know what the relationship was?
I gotta go, yo. I gotta do something.
But the numbers were so big. The numbers were so big that they couldn't do it. So they did ease it up. They did things that they shouldn't have done. They made it a lot more comfortable for them, but they couldn't do it because the numbers were hundreds of billions of dollars, and I did that. And we were on our way to doing something like incredible.
IT ticket. Ah, man. Ah. Boy. When you seen it, XPX dropped. Told you that hoe was gonna drop. I told you. It's already down $12 and 64 cents. Like, bruh, come on. Like, what are we doing? Yo. This is crazy. I told you they want to run it up so they could drop it down. I don't be lying. Yo, that's crazy. That thing is going insane. What? Oh, nah. I'm about to do that. No, I gotta do it. God, Heavenly Father, I thank you for going ahead and giving me this gift. No, for real, seriously. Like, at this point, like, come on. You are in the Discord, like, yo, let them know this is what we do. This is how we get it. I go through it for you and with you. Like, literally was talking on XPX and getting it and trading it. Like, what are we doing here? Spies dumping. XPX dumping. Oh, that's so weird. Why did it come like that? Oh, I'm in stocks. Wow, how you get to? I hate Robinhood on desktop. Maybe I'm so used to mobile. How do you get to? But if I want to go to why XPX didn't come up? Why XPX didn't come up? And it's really XPXW, but why? It's supposed to be XPXW, but not like they all on the same shit. It's like this is like an ETF probably, but I don't know why XPXW. And then I hate Robinhood Legend. Oh my god, Robinhood Legend. I'm gonna show y'all this shit. It's gonna go pew. Oh, I didn't do it because we won't think, but you go into it, go pew. I hate this. What is this? I can't. This shit right here, you would add widgets. I gotta play around with it. That's the damn. They telling you my account summary. Calm down. I ain't got it. I'm broke over here, dog. I'm broke. Why they got my shit like that? Like, bitch, stop playing. Like, nah. But you see, you got over here the account summary. That. Boom. Like, you gonna put your recent orders, your positions. It's like that ain't. I'm playing with y'all. But nah, like. That's crazy. I hate this. That's what's crazy is how much I hate this. This is stupid. And you do widgets and stuff. I don't like this. And you could do a template. Position tracker. You can track your positions. It's so complicated. And this is giving me Robinhood Legend is giving me what's the thing they used to have? Oh my god, what's it called? Can't think of the word. Thinkorswim. Just give me Thinkorswim vibes. So why would I have 4 different windows though? I'm confused. So if I go like this, do this, change this. So why did it change it to? What's going on? I'm confused. Because it would be cool if I had Apple here, Tessie here, da-da-da. I can click. Now y'all doing something. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, they different time intervals. All right, so this is the daily. That's the monthly. Oh, okay. I gotta play around with this. That's all right. We gonna put this together. We gonna get this together. We gonna play around with it. But I hope you went ahead and I hope you was able to realize this is how you plan the trade, right? You trade the plan, and then you get paid. I gave it to you. I gave you the put side and the call side. And my call got stuck in queue. You was there for the put. Right? Now, don't get me wrong. Trump's still talking. I'm still getting alerts. Just say that we're going to announce the largest tax cuts in history. So, Cheddar Flow. That's another one. I love Cheddar Flow. They used to do some stuff. Let me see if they want.
And then we had a very bad election happen. A very bad election. A lot of bad things happened. So when I said we're going to do it again, I said we have to make it too big to rig. And we made it too big to rig, and we won in records. And it was a monumental win. And it was such an honor to see so many of you, like Brian and your friends, here with us to celebrate and to, more importantly, celebrate what we're doing, because that wouldn't be a full celebration if we didn't do this, because this will be an entirely different country in a short period of time. It'll be something the whole world will be talking about it. The critics made the very tired predictions earlier this year.
All right, so yeah, he's gonna do that. Sorry, I'm sitting up here. So yeah, he went ahead. It's 25%. He's gonna have the biggest tax cut. Oh my God, yo! I want to fucking scream for somebody, right? Oh. Oh my God. Oh. It's all right. It's all right. We coming. We coming for this XPX. I mean, I'm in. I'm good. You know, as long as it holds up, whatever. But, yo, like, what the hell? That's, oh my God. Somebody I'm helping trying to get them XPX, and they was there, they was following, they in the training of being an XPX sniper. And oh my God. Yo, this is crazy. Let me go. You know, if you follow my journey, especially on Twitter, you should know I am getting into web development classes. Yeah. And I gotta figure it out. Like, nah. Alright, it's your girl. They look like a boy, but I'm a girl. But I don't think I'm a boy. I know I'm a girl. I just look like a boy. Well, as my godson will call me Mahishi, or he used to call me boy, girl, sir. So, it's your boy, girl, sir, the he see, Addict to Invest. Yo, I had to leave y'all with this, yo. You gotta laugh at it. We gonna be back in the morning. You gonna see it. You gonna see it. Hopefully, I'm gonna play around and y'all can see it live and it moving. Moving that money, that down. I mean, getting it. Moolah. And that's how and why they call me Stock Moolah. 2K5, Addict to Invest on IG. I am one of the best. Absolutely. Oh, my shit dying. So we gotta go now. All right, y'all. Till tomorrow. Tune in. All right.